subject because I know all of you would like to have clients for your high ticket offers, and I see a lot of issues that occur when we pick an incorrect niche. So today we're going to look at what is this soul niche that we actually meant to be in order to attract high ticket clients, which are premium clients who act differently, who are willing to pay for your offers, and who you enjoy working with. So let me know that you are here. And if you're watching this on a replay, hashtag replay, please, so I know that you're here. So why do we want to look at the soul niche versus a regular niche? And what does that even mean? When somebody thinks of a niche, they usually think of more of like, well, these are the types of people I'm just gonna sell to. And a lot of times the mistake that women entrepreneurs especially do is they don't want to leave anybody behind. Like this idea that, well, I have to make sure that everybody benefits by what I bring or what I do. Well, it's for everybody. Everybody gets to benefit by this. I hear that a lot. It's like, well, my talent is such that I can help anyone because, you know, this gift I have is for everybody. And the issue with that is that that attracts only low ticket clients. So if you are choosing a niche without taking into account that these people are actually able to afford your high ticket offers, you will automatically end up only being able to sell low ticket offers, right? Another component is that if the niche is based on what can I do instead of what am I meant to do. This is another really big mistake that I see people make, is that constantly looking at, well, I can sell this, I can do this, I can sell this, so who will buy it? Which sounds logical, right? It sounds like, of course, this is the way that we would look for, you know, how to sell our offers. But that's not actually the way from the energetic standpoint. So if you think of the energetics, there is a resonance. So something that you are providing needs to have a resonance in the person who's going to purchase it in order for them to become your client. And if that client is going to purchase your high ticket offer, that means that they really have to resonate at the core of their being in order to choose to invest in a higher level with you. So it cannot be just a simple like, oh, she has a solution for this problem, so I'm going to go and get that solution. That's generally a low ticket offer when we sell solution based. And yes, of course, everybody always talks about results and how you're supposed to sell results based. But that works really well for the lower level. When you start to go higher, the results actually kind of look different because those premium clients, those high ticket clients, they are not looking for result in a typical sense, in the very linear, like problem solution type of a thing. They're looking for something that is different, that has them trusting you and wanting what you're offering at a completely different level. Something that has much more resonance with your being instead of with just whatever it is you're offering. So there has to be a synchronicity of energy. And when there isn't, then no matter how amazing your offer is, it does not sell because you're essentially selling to a wrong niche, the niche that doesn't have the resonance with you. So what I teach is wealth energetics. Wealth energetics is actually about expanding your wealth container and being able to resonate correctly with people that you're wanting in your world, including higher ticket clients, premium level clients. So for the ones of you who don't know me, I'm Eugenia Oganova. I am wealth energetics business and marketing coach. So what I do is I essentially help you avoid years of forcing yourself into ineffective strategies and feeling this pressure and yuckiness of having to do things you think you're supposed to do that don't feel good. And instead align you to your unique soul design, like how you are actually made energetically in this lifetime. And that then creates an experience when you do only what works for you. Not the million things out there that everybody says you're supposed to do, but actually what works for you. This is a very different way of looking at life and at your business, and it allows you to scale up. So you go from just like working hard and hustling to make something happen. Like let's say you're at 6 figures, so you got yourself to some sort of a stable business. You're seeing clients, paying clients. You know you're providing great results. They enjoying what you're doing, but this is not scalable in itself, because usually when we get to that place, this is where it's like, oh my God, I can't work any harder. I can't do more than what I'm already doing. And then I see a lot, especially women entrepreneurs, start to spin. Like coaches and healers, they kind of start grasping at, what am I supposed to do? I must be missing something, because everybody's talking about this ease and flow and it's not happening, so I must be missing something. And what you're actually missing is that chances are your business does not have a strategy that is aligned to how you meant to do it. So out of that actually comes very clearly the soul niche that we're talking about today. When we don't have the correct soul niche figured out within us, then we end up speaking to everyone, and we end up speaking to people that we don't necessarily have resonance with, and then kind of rescuing or supporting or not sharing all of who we are. We only share partially. So that creates an experience of convincing, having to prove. You know, everybody speaks of this know, like, trust, 3 things, right? That if you have them, then for sure you can sell anything. And in reality, those things are natural consequences of you speaking to the correct people. If you're speaking to the wrong people, they're not gonna trust you, so then you're gonna feel like you have to prove yourself. They're not maybe gonna like you right away, so then you're gonna feel like you have to please them in order for them to like you. This is the type of energy that we end up kind of like twisting ourselves into a pretzel in order to accommodate certain people. That's right there a clue that this is not the right niche for you, because with the correct niche, none of that will happen. This is where you naturally can bring through your entire gift. So one of the other things I've seen a lot is that when people kind of intuitively, especially women coaches, know intuitively who they want to work with. Like if you really dig in there, you kind of know. But when you're writing your content, or where you're speaking in videos, or whatever is marketing on your website and on, it's written more for a different type of a client. Like you're not actually speaking to the people that you intuitively know you want to speak to. So our soul niche connects to our soul expertise. This is part of what I teach within my mastermind and what I work with my clients about. This is an essential foundation of creating a business in a way that works for you. What that means is that you start not from what is it that I can do and who can I sell it to, which is how a lot of times I see people build business up to 6 figures, but you go from more of a, what is my actual gift? Like, what am I bringing that is absolutely unique? You might be bringing 20 other things that are not so unique and you're still really good at them, and that's great, but that's not your soul expertise. Those are just the things that you happen to be really good at, that like your skills that you've learned. But what we want is something beyond them, something that is actually your soul expertise. That is something that you came into this lifetime with. It's not something you have learned in the lifetime. Not a skill that you went to school for, or you took a class and then perfected and got a certification for. Those are skills here. They usually are based on the interests that are part of our soul expertise. But the original soul expertise is actually something you came in with. So uncovering that and truly owning that is a step 1 in being able to create a type of a business that you actually enjoy having for the rest of your life, to actually feel like you're working in a way that feels good and you're serving the correct people. So back to the soul niche and the high ticket clients. Soul niche comes out of soul expertise. So if you know what your gift is and you know what you stand for, what your values are, out of all of that comes a specific resonance. And then the people that you are serving are the type of people who match that resonance. Not the people who necessarily literally like want the result that you can offer, which of course part of the business, the service that you're providing. But what you want is the resonance first. and I teach how to do that and what that even means. So when you have that resonance, then there is no convincing, there is no proving, there is no having to somehow show that you know what you're talking about, because the correct person, just by watching you or reading you, will have that resonance, which creates a natural understanding that, yes, of course, absolutely, you are the expert. So for the ones of you who are experts at what you do, and noticing that when you are speaking to your clients, you are minimizing a little bit the gift that you can bring through, you're only bringing part of the gift, put a 1 in the comments so I know, because that is something that shouldn't be happening really at the level if you are an expert. Like if you've been doing what you've been doing for, years, and you're so good at it and you know it, there is no reason to feel like you can only bring part of you through. If you're noticing that you're pleasing, that you're proving, or that you're convincing, put a 2 in the comments. That's another way of recognizing that you're probably having an internal issue there, and chances are not fully owning your soul niche and your soul expertise somewhere in there as well. So that's a really important factor in building the type of experience in your business. We all often talk about building a business, but once you have built a business, then it's actually building the experience within the business. Because you can have a business that generates a lot of income, but if you're not happy in it, then it doesn't matter. Most women entrepreneurs are not in it for the money. We're in this for something else. And that something else partially is, of course, service, right? We want to help the people that we work with, that we love. We want to help the community. We want to uplift the energy on this planet and the consciousness overall. But we also want to actually enjoy what we're doing so that we have ease. Because if you're the one with the gift and you have the ease and you're flowing in your business with the natural waves progression of the planetary energy and your own soul contract, then whatever the income you're generating is kind of easy. It comes to you. You don't have to do a lot of the hustle for it, because it feels natural. And that is kind of like magic in a sense when you hit that correct note, because the resonance is there. What makes the ease happen is the experience of resonance. The soul niche and us kind of match. When we match, then the people that come into it, they are premium level clients and they match our resonance. And then we feel good serving them and they feel amazing being served by us. So that's what creates the ease and the ability to sell higher ticket offers, because now you are talking to the correct niche. Okay? So the questions here that you want to ask yourself in order to guide yourself into the correct alignment with your soul niche would be, who are the people who match my soul expertise? Like, if you think of what is my gift, what is it that I'm bringing to this world that is unique? Who are the people who energetically match it, who need this, who want this, who value this? So you start there. That's the foundational piece that builds this charge for you. Then you want to look at, why do they need your gift? Like, do they really know that they need your gift? Because if you think they do, but they don't know it, that would not be a resonance. You're then back to proving and convincing. So that means you need to make sure that you start from the place of, okay, I know that this is my gift. I know that these are the people that could benefit by my gift, and they naturally will already get it and love it. Like, I don't have to prove anything. Now, do they know that this thing is something they need? Like, do they know that this is not just fun and entertaining to talk about, but this is something that they actually willing to invest in? So you want to make sure then that whichever way you position what you bring through, whatever your gift is, you do so in a way that helps these people that are within your soul niche understand that they actually need what you're offering. Not that they just like it or that they enjoy talking about it because it's an interesting subject for them, but that they actually need it, and that means willing to invest into it. And the third question is, do you love them? because these are the people you're going to be spending a lot of time with. Those are the people you will be fully giving your heart to and investing yourself into. So you want to make sure you love those people. This is kind of a, obvious thing, but I've seen this so many times when women end up choosing somebody that they don't actually love to work with, but they think they're supposed to, and let's say they get paid well, so it seems like, well, it's a good deal, I should just keep doing it. But that's a recipe for disaster long term, because then you're gonna start to feel not only exhausted, but kind of out of integrity, and that eats at us. Like, that's not a good thing. So you always want to make sure that whoever you are working with, you actually love. So if you look at what you're doing in your business right now, and you start looking at what is the unique thing that only I do, that is your soul expertise signature point. And with my paid clients, I help them figure out that in like many more details. There's a whole process that I guide you through to find that. Then, whatever that unique thing is, you bring that through into, okay, now who is this for? Who are these people that are meant to receive this gift? If I don't hide it, if I don't minimize it, if I don't twist myself into a pretzel somehow to explain it in a too plain of terms that I don't want to use the words and so on, but if you really fully just go for whatever that gift is, what would that look like? Like, who would those people be that would want this? They could be men, they could be women. What would be their experience? Like, a lot of times people tend to look just for like age and I don't know, like financial standing or something. These could be parts of the niche, but less important. The most important component of the soul niche is that these people have the resonance that matches your gift. So they have to have an experience that they know they need what you are offering. So there has to be a match there that way. Then it's easy. And the third part is that you speak to those people. So if you imagine that kind of a person, you probably wouldn't be saying a lot of things that you think you should be saying. Because, first of all, they might already know many of those things, so then why would you be saying them? It's like trying to convince somebody about something they already know and believe in, right? So that's part one. Notice, are you talking to that type of a person that already knows what you want them to know foundationally? Like, the prerequisites for working with you are already filled. And then what else would you want to say to those kinds of people? You want to kind of walk into their life and speak from that place, so that these people start to experience you understanding them. That's the soul resonance that happens between two people. It's an actual experiential thing. It's not about, hey, buy my program because in this program you're going to get this result. That's actually lower frequency. When we're talking about higher frequency, that's much more about, this is the experience that I am having, this is the experience I am involving you in, and then the client says, wow, this is the experience I'm having and I like what she's having and I want this. Like, there is a synchronicity there. So speaking correctly is really important. Like, for example, if you tuned in and you figured out with all this, soul expertise, like what's your gift and then who is this for, and who knows that this unique thing is really, really valuable for them. And let's say that person is a woman of certain age, like she's over 50, or 60, even like a retired person, let's say. Okay, well, like weight loss for women over 55 or something. If that's what you're offering, now how would you be speaking to her? Probably not in the same terms that you would speak to somebody who's in their 30s. Chances are that woman might be an empty nester. Their kids might have already left, moved on, or they might be right at the level where they're graduating and ready to move out. So then she would be looking through the lens of that onto her life. So if you speak to that person, you would not be just talking about weight loss and how metabolism slows down after 55 or something like that. You'd be talking from what she's experiencing and then about whatever it is you do. Or, for example, you figure out that your client is a corporate person and it's a man. again, you would not be speaking in a fluffy terms then, because that person would ignore it. It would not register. You would be speaking in a much more direct way and clear language in order for that person to understand. And you kind of want to get into their life experience. That's where it comes to like knowing who these people are that are in your soul niche, and using your imagination to really play it out. This is how we create with the quantum field. So, you know this method in acting, right? This is when you fully step into the emotional experience of whoever you're acting to be as a role. There's a lot of actors that kind of went crazy when they played crazy roles and stuff because they embodied it so much. So when you go to that extent fully into that role, you start to look through the eyes of the client. You essentially become the identity. So that's not something that you necessarily want to live in, because probably, I mean, as somebody who has an answer, you're not there anymore. But this is something that you want to use as a temporary experience to help yourself experience their world through their eyes, not through your eyes. Because you're outside of their world, so you see their blind spots. You see what they don't see. But they on the inside might not. So you want to speak from where they are. That's the key in helping them understand why they actually need the very thing that you are offering. And if there is a original soul resonance, that they really on the path where the value is placed on the same thing that you happen to have a gift with, that's what then creates this amazing experience of you being able to attract premium clients that are able to buy high ticket offers without having to prove or having to convince and all those things. And then it feels like you're naturally confident. You know, confidence is actually about embodiment of who you need to be for your soul niche. So if you fully stand in your gift, in whatever that soul expertise is, you naturally feel the energy of confidence and alignment, and then you create the type of resonance that these people will want from you. And that's when it feels easy. Not easy because you do nothing and just sit and meditate and hope for the best, but easier because there is a flow. Because you're not in any way limiting what you are bringing through, so your gift is able to come through completely, and because the people who are receiving this gift are also not needing convincing, proving, hand-holding, and all these other things. Instead, they already come to you with this understanding that, yes, what you are offering, I desire, and I feel that what you're offering resonates with me. Now tell me more details about how you work, but the foundational part is already there. Okay, so this is pretty much how that works, and this is what I do with my clients. Is we figure out this unique gift. We figure out what is actually unique about you, which a lot of times is not what you think. It's not the skill. It's not something that you think, oh, I do this really amazingly. Yeah, but probably it's something else that's much deeper, that has to do with your soul contract for this lifetime. So that's the part that we figure out, and then we apply it onto your soul niche so that you pick correct people to serve. And whoever these people are that are within your soul niche are the people that you already made soul contracts with. Those are the people who, before you even incarnated, your soul already agreed to help, and they already looking for you. So there is already like an antenna up looking for that resonance. And that is what I help my clients figure out. And then out of that, we modify your business, the one that you already built, doing the probably a lot of hustle to get to the stable, some sort of an income of, you know, about 10,000 a month or more. But then how do you go beyond? How do you go to the next level without the hardship? Or even how do you stabilize that income? Well, by talking to the right people and really enjoying what you're doing. A lot of times it's not about the money. This is the, everybody is always circulate around like, oh, how do I get this 10,000 a month thing or 20,000 a month, or it's income. And even though, yes, of course, it's important because it's a business, the drive is something else, especially for women. A lot of times it's about enjoying what you're doing, feeling fulfilled, feeling like you're loving your life. So even if you make the same amount of money you made, but you did so without the hardship, without the hustle, without all this pressure and confusion and thinking you have to do something, what am I missing thing, but instead nicely, smoothly just flowing into you, whatever income that you're generating, because you are serving the correct niche and able to sell your high ticket offers. That feels tremendously better. And this is how you can then get your business going further and further and further in income, because you're not going after income. You're not fixating on what you don't have. Instead, you're going in the energy more of what you do have, and that then brings to you more. That's the quantum creation. This is when you expand your wealth container to really hold what you need. All right, so I invite you to work with me so that I can help you figure this specific thing for your business. Put the word future in the comments. What I do is why future is because it's conscious future method. So that's creating your future consciously. And future meaning the type of a life that you want that has this flow in it. So put that word down and I will contact you and we will see specifically what that means for your business and if we're a match to work together, because this is how we get to the unique frequencies within us to be valuable for us, to value them, and then to allow other people to value them to the level that we can sell high ticket offers. So I would love to help you with that. Put the word future in the comments and I'll reach out. Bye-bye.